Hello everyone, my name is Miguel. Welcome back to another video here with me, where today, instead of, kind of like playing all of a sudden games, blah blah blah, I decided to start my own blog because, that's what YouTubers do. Blog a lot about random things. And, today I want to blog more about video games than, other stuff because I could blog about anything, plans, blogs, blah blah blah. But I'll leave most of the blogs to the real world instead of here in the Minecraft land, because right here in the Minecraft land, it's a game, and this blog always video games. So what video game should we start with today? Normally I was going to think about doing the new video game that's pretty much coming up, Blendy and the Machine of Ink, or was it the Ink Machine? Yeah, it was Blendy and the Ink Machine. I can never think of the name. But every time I try to find the name, it pretty much the same thing. It's just a demo. Just like every Terraria game that I try to find and download. So I have to change the subject a little bit. So today, instead of, going with Bendy and the Ink Machine until the full release is coming, hopefully, we're going to start with Tattletail. So, yeah. So they made another horror game that's based on machinery. Yeah. And now it's not only FNAF that have to deal with it, it's also Undertale who has to deal with the fandom. But I doubt that Tattletail will ever come make a sequel like FNAF made 5 of them. So, other than that, let's just continue with Tattletail because it just seems to be very rendering around here. I don't know why. I mean, I've seen most of my favorite YouTubers and they pretty much represent the Tattletail. I don't know why, but that's why I'm going to go with Tattletail. So, what do we know about this game? It's basically what every YouTuber always says. The same word. Furby. Cursed Furby. And I guess Animation Rewind wasn't kidding. I don't know if there's any YouTubers who did not refer the Tattletails as a Furby. I mean, look how many YouTubers say Furby in their episodes of every Tattletail game.
Now, this is a game about horrible Furby-like monstrosities.
Open! Yeah! It's a Furby! Or it kind of looks like a Furby. I think it's supposed to be a Furby, right?
But I looked it up and it was like a Furby toy.
Is that like a Furby? I hate Furby.
This is like a demonic Furby.
This is just like a devil Furby, you can already tell. It looks really good. It's basically Furby on crack.
A story-driven narrative. And we're gonna go ahead and check it out. It reminds me of Furbies.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if, look, even I'm referring at the Furby, so that counts as something. So other than that, there's more to the game. So let's talk about more of the gameplay. So basically you play as this kid that is probably 10 or something years old, probably underneath 10. And I'm surprised how much he can do. I mean, have you seen the doors of the underneath when you go outside? Those things are huge and he pulled it up with easily. Or maybe he actually had time, because every time you have to do something, there's like this one circle. What does that circle mean? Does it mean he's doing it, or does it mean he's thinking about it? Because I'm pretty sure playing with a vase makes sure he's pretty much thinking about it. I'm not actually quite sure. So, what else is there? Oh yeah, eggs. What is up with all these eggs? There's literally everywhere. And talk about actual Easter eggs. Well, other than that, the egg's pretty much based on the game, which actually affects mostly the ending, because if you don't collect them all, this happens. And if you do collect them all, you get a good ending with your own Tattletail friend. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. I mean, a lot of the YouTubers actually suffer that first surprise, because once they open that, there's Mama. Except for Markiplier, who actually decided to pick up all the eggs and actually got the good ending, which is surprising. But other than that, there's more to the game than just, people playing it. I'm more of how the game functions. First of all, that one annoying little friend of yours. Is there anything he says other than Tattletail? That's me, all the time, everywhere? I mean, when doesn't he say that? And every YouTuber kind of says to shush him.
Hey!
Shush, make it.
Shut up!
I love you too for now. Now shh.
I don't.
Seriously, it's like a repeating circle of apparently everything. Like, and not to mention, there's this one part where they say where the phone starts ringing, and for some reason it types, "Do not answer the phone." You know what most YouTubers did?
Don't answer the phone. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Hello? Yeah, shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Go to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm going.
That's exactly the problem. One thing about horror games, if there's a weird sound, don't go to it. You're gonna die if you do. And what do these guys do? Exactly that. But luckily the phone isn't the main problem. It's other things that are the main problem. But I'm not saying the game Tattletail is bad. I actually kind of want to play it. But, you know, I don't actually own a computer and I'm pretty much recording this on a tablet. So, hopefully Tattletail comes to tablet. Other than that, there's also a bunch of other stuff that I still want to understand. Like, for example, is it me or why did Mama have a head that can rotate 360 degrees? Or maybe I'm just seeing things. I'm not actually sure. I probably have to review that. But if it is, that is just weird. I mean, what kind of person will make a head for a little kid, give him a toy with a head that can spin 360 degrees and continue those 360 degrees? Jesus, and have you heard her voice? And not to mention, it's kind of weird because if you pay attention to the story, it makes you kind of think.
The children thought that Mama would never find them as long as she couldn't see them. Turn the page. But Mama could still hear the children. The pitter-patter of their little feet led Mama right to them. Turn the page. Then Mama found the children, every last one, and put them right back to bed.
But at least the game developer threw in hints so the player could actually know what he's doing. For example, that one trick about him that he had to make no noise if Mama's near, or how to function the light, or tips to survive and do not die. Well, at least those tips were actually useful for some point. And unlike Five Nights at Freddy's, it's slightly more easier, and you don't have to stay in the same place cornered by killing machines. And unlike Five Nights at Freddy's, there's only one killing machine. However, I'm surprised it can still kill him even though it has no arms. But then again, some people say it's possessed, so I guess that's a reasonable excuse. I mean, and not to mention, there is a whole lot of levels when it comes to that game. For example, how about that golden light that never ends? Look at these YouTubers who just shaked it, and they continue shaking it even though they should know it's infinite. Really? Giving the player an infinite light at the end of the night. And you know what? What is the point of that? It's already morning, it's daytime. You have a golden light that can light up the land for an infinite amount of time. Why couldn't you have that for the last few nights before Christmas? Sometimes I even wonder if some games are trying to be fair or just trolling with you. Unlike Trollface Escape, that game is literally trolling you. Seriously. And not to mention, have you seen Mama's feet? They're like actually kind of like little, I don't even know what those things are, but they're like, and for some reason, I think Mama was like walking around like a robot, kind of like if it had a wheel. Because at first, when I saw a video of her, I thought she was moving on wheels, but I realized she's actually on her own feet, which for me it also seems kind of weird. But I guess it's reasonable, because Five Nights at Freddy's also had feet, but Just look at Tattletail's. His is so small you could barely tell he even has any legs. Same goes for Mama. Well, you can probably barely tell. I mean, you cannot bend over for the kid for some reason, but you know, you can actually still see it just looking down. I mean, and not to mention, is it me or is Mama Tattletail the new Pikachu? He dead just killed by a bunch of ketchup, and not to mention there's an egg right there that says ketchup bottle. I mean, seriously. Is that something? Is that something, or is the creator just a big fan of Pokemon? Or maybe it's because of all those Pikachu memes. I don't know. But let's just slide away Mama for a moment. Let's talk about a little more about that Tattletail. So other than that, just saying Tattletail, that's me. It's just annoying, and I'm not kidding when I say it is very annoying when those warnings come out from the hunger saying feed me a treat every second to the him singing for some reason after running low battery, and also to him complaining when you haven't groomed him. Now the big question is, what is the kid feeding that Tattletail? I mean, I know he had a fridge, but have you seen most of the size of the food that you find in a fridge? You're probably gonna need like a blender, turn it into juice in order to feed it to that thing. Sure, you have a mouth that it can extend, but still, you could try stuffing it a carrot, but I doubt it's only gonna start the first part of it. And if you have some food smaller, then that would make sense. Because I can only think of food that comes in a fridge that is big. Most importantly, why only the fridge? I mean, there's a counter, a kitchen, and everything else right there in that you could probably find food. Probably give him a candy or something. Of course he lays eggs, but that's besides the point. But I guess that's how Tattletail is. And I'm not gonna complain. If the game creator wants to create a game that is based on also horrifying animatronic-like creatures that roams around the night, tries to murder you, and other stuff, then that's their problem. If they want to do something like that, they have my permission. I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I hate that game. Ooh, I like that game. Ooh, that game is I'm just gonna skip that game. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a person that, hey, this game is good and this game is good. I want to talk about it a little. And then, of course, I do have some opinions of mine that's saying, what the heck? Just like those things I just said a few moments ago. But I guess this is it for me. So, yeah. Tattletail. A great game. Hopefully coming to Pocket Edition so I could play it myself. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for my vlog review. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little video of me pretty much talking 24/7, and of course enjoyed the images that I put here. So if you want to see another game review, leave the game underneath the comments if you want to see me read about it. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, and also, I keep forgetting that's my ending intro, so let me do it correctly this time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you next time. See ya!